Don't compare, be inspired. A lot of times we see people doing things that we would like to do. We get jealous. We want to start comparing ourselves. Well, they may have done this, but I've done that. We don't have to. One of the easiest ways for you to get inspired instead of comparing yourself to other people is to remind yourself that anything that you see another person doing that you want to do, you can do. Look at everyone around you as inspo. Anything that they do that you like, okay, I might want to try that. Oh, so-and-so went surfing. I might want to go surfing. Instead of getting jealous, oh, she's been surfing for 2 years. She got really good at it. I want to be good at surfing. Get inspired. You can still be good at surfing. Go and take a lesson or however many you need. I don't know anything about surfing. But what I'm saying is everybody around you can either be inspiration or you can choose to be competition with them. But I'm telling you now, choosing to compete with other people, especially if they don't know that they're competing with you, you'll lose every time. And the reason why is because anybody who is in constant comparison with others, you're in the losing end because those people are living their lives. They happy. Their life is not based off of your opinion. Their life is based off of how they feel, what makes them happy, what they don't like. And they're going according to that. When you're going according to the things that make you happy and how you feel, you're winning in life. Regardless of who's doing what around you, you're winning in life. So I'm going to tell you right now, that competing stuff, it'll never work. Instead, be inspired. Be inspired. If you're finding yourself with jealousy and constantly want to compare yourself to others, this is my recommendation for you. 1, find out what's going on inside of you. Because 9 times out of 10, anybody who's constantly jealous of others, constantly comparing their life to others, there is something going on inside. Whether you feel as though you don't have the things that you want, whatever the case is, it's something within you. And the reason why is because nobody who is satisfied within themselves looks outwardly to everyone else to be satisfied. So there's something going on inside of your heart. There's something going on within you, and it is best to address it. Once you see what's going on within you, you need to go ahead and correct that, because I'm telling you, nobody who is satisfied within themselves is jealous and is constantly comparing their lives to others. Secondly, root for them. Yeah. I'm going to tell you to root for the people who you jealous of. To root for the people who you keep comparing your life to. Root for them. I've said this in a video before. I felt myself getting jealous of some content creators because they were doing some content that I wanted to do in the future. And I was just like, wait, you can do that. No one's going to be like, oh, so-and-so did it already, so now we don't want to see it from anyone else ever again. You can do that content. So why are you feeling jealous? Once I looked within myself, I was like, oh, I'm unsatisfied with the fact that I can't do it right now because financially it would be irresponsible to live that kind of lifestyle, but that's the lifestyle that I would like to live. So now I'm projecting my unhappiness upon others and becoming jealous and comparing my life to them, when I need to just remind myself that I am in the process of getting my life exactly the way I want it to be, and it takes time. Once I actually looked in the Word, I wasn't jealous anymore. And then I was able to focus on rooting for them. Why root for them? Because 1, the energy you put out is the energy you receive. So if I'm rooting for them, guarantee you somebody down the line is going to be rooting for me. That's 1. But 2, because you can't be jealous and legitimately, authentically root for someone. One or the other is going to win. And I chose to root for them. I don't want jealousy to win it. I said, okay, instead of being jealous that you're doing this, that, and the other, I'm rooting for you. I want to watch you. I want to be inspired by you. I want to see you win. And the reason why is because if you can win doing that, if you can show me what you do and how you do it, then when it's my time to do it, not only do I already see what you've done and what worked for you, since I changed my heart from being jealous and comparing to them to rooting for them, when it's my turn, I know that that's not going to be an issue for me. Yes, somebody else might be jealous, but if they do their inner work, they'll be fine. And if they don't, it's okay, because I'm an alchemist, so I'll use the energy either way. But my point, my point is that I won't be putting out any of that negativity. I won't be putting out that stuff. You cannot be happy if you are constantly jealous of the next person. You cannot be happy if you constantly have to see what they got and how you can up and get it better and make it better. I want to be happy. So even though it might seem like I chose to root for them, in a way, if you want to think about it how I think about it, I was selfish. I chose myself. I chose to root for me, because that was a moment where I could either choose to elevate myself, or I could choose to allow myself to stay at a lower vibration. I chose to elevate. I don't want to stay at a level that doesn't allow me to experience life the way that I want. I wanted to be happy. I can't be happy and jealous at the same time, so I chose to root for them. That's the two biggest tips that I have. Let me think if there's anything else. My head is aching a little bit. Okay. The last tip that I have for you is find a way to be grateful for what you have. Regardless of what your comparison or your jealousy is about, you have something in your life that you can be grateful for. For instance, I remember there used to be a woman who would come down to my house back when I lived down the street from my mother's church. There would be this woman, she would come in and she would be like, "Oh, your front room is so big. Oh, wow. Wow." And my mom was like, "Yeah, it's a front room, dining room. We just use it as a front room now. So we don't use it as a dining room. So it's a pretty big room." And she's like, "My dining room is not this big. Plus my front room's not this big." And she had these moments of jealousy. And I just always be like, why you let her come over with all that jealousy energy? But I was a child, so I wasn't going to say it. But I was thinking, like, she's clearly jealous of you. So we should not let her back in this house. But what ended up happening is she had a house. She had a husband. My mom was a single mom, and she raised me and my sibling on her own. The woman who was jealous of her big front room had a husband, had her own home, ended up getting nice cars, and everybody's life fluctuates up and down. So, but I was just always so surprised, because I'm like, why would you be jealous of my mother? Because growing up, we always had to make sure that the finances was right. So if everybody was going out, I might have to tell my friends no, or I might have to get something off the value menu just so that we'll be able to go out without overspending. So it was just interesting, because that woman, I knew that her finances was pretty good. So I was like, why are you taking the time to be jealous of someone when you have what I felt like was other benefits? Like she had a stable home, she had a husband, she had finances. And to me, anybody who is taking the time to find things to be jealous about, or comparing this, that, and the other in their life, if you take the time to step outside of that jealousy, outside of that comparison mindset, you will realize you have so many things that you can be grateful for. So choose to be grateful, especially because in order to receive more, you have to be grateful for what you have. No parent, God, or the universe wants to bless a child or a person who is ungrateful. I want y'all to have a fantastic day. Remember, it's up to you, no one else.